I could probably, honestly, just, like, completely forget about everything and be fine. Let me double check my mic volume, because it has a habit of resetting. So I peek at the coolest parts. Ugh. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Got that set up. Let's see. Yeah. It's just a snack, bro. Just a snack. Okay. All cleared out. Now, don't continue playing that music. Jeez. Uh-huh. Everything is so mismatched in the settings, but anyway. That's 100%. Oh, that is a perfect fit. That should not fit that well. Okay. We're going to let that sit for a second. I don't get how they get off with, like, having an Altoid stim like this. This is the weirdest one I've ever seen, but we're at 59%. Come on, you can get higher. I believe in you. 60. $63. Having pre-rendered shaders makes it very nice and should make it easier to process, but man, this has taken a hot minute. We're getting there. We're getting there. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. We're at 84. Ha ha ha. Anytime now, I guess. I'm gonna die if, like, this doesn't start up because of OBS. Cool. We are making potions here. Okay. Potions and candies. Start a new one. Gonna skip the prologue. Look at that operation going on in there. What is this? Are you kidding me? Stay alive, please. There's a chance. There's still a chance. Maybe. Darn it. Let's try one more time. Maybe I just need to update Proton, you know? Mmm. Yeah, confirm. Properties. What version of Proton is it running? Let's go Proton Experimental. Maybe it'll work this time. Yeah, move over. I'm busy. Gotta do busy things, you know. Bro, spookiest part of this is the fact that it's not, like, booting. Okay, come on. Properties. Compatibility. Verify integrity of game files. What are you doing? Properties. Compatibility. 9. One of them has to work. Okay. See? And huzzah! This means that I can load up my other game now. It just works, guys. You just have to pick the right version of Proton. They had the blockades up ready to go for after we hit into town. The darn police officers trapping everybody in like that. Okay. Bowl cut. Mama! Mama! I know, a different game? Who does this? I can't believe myself. No, officer, I'm not high on anything, I swear. That's normal for my eyelid, my pupils, I swear. Let's see. We're gonna go full unibrow here. Yeah. Okay. Why would you do this? Let's see, we could go with the lemon. I'm gonna go with basic brown. Go with dark blue. Cargo paint. Darn it! I've been cheated by the cargo pants once again. Well, now we gotta pick a different color cargo pants, you know? Heard you're in some trouble. Best not talk over the phone. Go find a pay phone. Okay. Yay. Answer the phone. Good to hear your voice, buddy. Looks like our luck finally ran out. The feds got me locked up while I wait for a trial. Glad to hear you managed to slip out, though. Back before I moved to Serena Flats, I used to live out there in Highland Point. Not the nicest town around, but plenty of opportunity for someone in your line of work. If memory serves, I got some cash stashed out there. It ain't much, but it'll be enough to get you back on your feet. You can find it stashed near the town hall fountain, in the canal, and behind the supermarket. Go grab it, head back to the RV, and we'll go from there. Oh no! What am I gonna do? Okay. This is Schedule 1. It is an illicit substance trading game. Gonna leave that one there. It's actually very unreal, the effects that it has. So, yeah. And for whatever reason, the water still works in this, even though it's not connected. But anyway. We don't talk about that around here. We just pick up trash and do our civic duty, you know? As any good citizen does, you know? Ha, $5. Hello, friend. I have the $5. Heh. Yeah, we're cleaning up. We're doing our civic duty as one does in the world. You know? We get like $10 out of that one. See, look, there's the police peace force, you know? Doing everything in their power to be completely peaceful and keep the peace. Oh, I need to water these. That's why they're not growing. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba. Do 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 do. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. It's totally clean business, I swear. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Let me see. Show me the map. Bro, the tab crashed? What? No. It'll be fine. It's just... Do I see any officers of the peace? Heck yeah. Peter File. Totally normal guy. Knock knock. Ha. Heck yeah. Before I pick up the rest of Unky's stash, I gotta go sleep for the night. Yeah! Totally under wraps, I swear. Totally above bar. $4,000 for a laundromat? Maybe I can leave my stuff set up for a little bit longer. You know. Boop-a-doo. Boop-a-doo. Doo-doo. Boop-a-doo. Doo-doo. Just a little bit longer, you know? Got it. It's gonna be time to get a skateboard soon. I see how they coded this one. Wow. North Waterfront. It's totally within standard, okay? Who in the world left? I'd like to purchase some things. Oh. Need to. It's all cash only. That's right. Here's some speed growth. Thank you. Behind the supermarket. Dead drop behind the motel office. Oh, wait. At the basketball court? No way. Packaging product pack. Ha! 2 deals in the basketball court. Sweet. I can make that work. Sure thing. Behind the taco ticklers. Sweet. Okay, I need it's over here. Yeah, Dan's Hardware. 3 OG Kush at the basketball court in the morning. It's totally above bar, I swear. Nothing sketchy going on here. Nothing at all. Just the wheelin' and dealin', as normal, as one does, you know? Oh, I don't have potting soil. What? No! That ruins everything, honestly. Okay, I got 7 that I can deal out tomorrow. And Dan is going to be closed up. So I'm going to have to hit him up hard in the morning. Basketball court is perfect because that's right next to the hardware store. I'd like to purchase some things. Purchase. Done deal. We got 4 Kush left to go. I have avoided getting strip searched. By some miracle. That should not be a thing, but it is. That does not deserve being a thing, but here we are in this world. Okay, there we go. Uh, 3 OG Kush. Give me a second. I think I've got like, yeah, 4 more. Taco ticklers. I'm gonna have to see Dan again for more hardware items. Deposit simple 100. Deposit. Done. Okay. No, not her. There's my man. Took you long enough. Sheesh. Exceeded expectation. I think I'm gonna have to line up my deals for tomorrow. Next to the Berber shop, there behind the trees. If you guys cheesed the game and cheated, and it rewards you. At the cost of quality, we speed grow everything. Poor, 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 poor. Poor, poor Ganja. Bud's Bar. I can do that. ba ba da ba ba ba. I'm gonna skip that sound right there. And away we go. Just staggering it just in case, you know. Hello, just in time, buddy. I ain't complaining at all. Gonna automate this thing so hard once I get to that level. It's gonna be lovely. We like to prefer pre-soaking our soil when we plant our ganja. Makes a seed feel better about itself. You know? Okay, we do have enough bags. Gonna have to get more bags later on. Those will be fine. Don't worry about it. Street Rat 2? No. Okay, next to the barber shop, and then construction and demolition. My man. my woman. Not Peter. Benji! Products, let's unmark that. Okay, let's go to dealers. Chloe, Austin, Peter, messages. Kathy, Austin, Kyle, man. Stick Jesse on there and Mike. Now I can focus on the important stuff. Making the product right out of the RV. I'd like to purchase 40 baggies. Yeah. 2 more soil. And we're good. I'll worry about trash pickup later, maybe. At this rate, I probably am better off just, like, not thinking about trash, I guess. But yeah. I need a good space to practice mixology at, you know? Always hiding. Shake the bag, it makes it go faster. It really does. Benji's like a little chest to me. He just carries all kinds of stuff. And I just put more product into him that he gets rid of, and it's replaced with money. Okay. Hoover! I need more stuff. Need to order a dead drop. Place order. Just in case, you know. Just in case. Benji's away making deals, Morty. Should give me a little bit of time. And also the ability to set up for another couple of... Just kind of waiting on pumps and construction dead drop. For whatever reason, the seeds aren't illegal, but man, you have the full-grown product and it's like, oh, that's bad. Ooh. Can I run as fast as a police car? Apparently so. Spooky Discord noises. Ooh. Gotcha. Ooh. My Discord isn't going off. What's going on here? Oh, okay, whatever. What? It was you this whole time? No. This is what ROI looks like. Spend a little bit of money, eat a little bit of water, and you're good to go. Okay, it's not bedtime yet. Darn. Trying to get enough space to where I can just... Oh. Put some of this in storage, basically. But yeah. I don't quite have that luxury just yet. Benji's gonna do me some deals, and then I am gonna be grown to product. Deliveries. I can deliver to the RV. What? That's nuts. How much is the delivery fee here? Ah, same as always. Gas Smart Central. Night time. Now we got that passive income from dealers doing my dealings. And yes, shaking the bag does make the soil empty into the pot faster. Best game mechanic ever. Should be ready by end of day so I can order more product to my shelf. They never come out with an even amount of product to hand me, ever. Let me spread that out a little bit. I'm doing agriculture, ossifer. Taco ticklers for 50,000. Heh. ROI. Messages. Place another order of seed. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Ooh. Deposit, 100, deposit. We gotta be able to go shopping for material. I've just got all that baggy product, that's all. Not gonna have to buy baggies for a while. Behind the bank. That was not the way to go. Nothing sketchy going on here, sirs. I could expand the grow operation in here. I think technically contains trash. But boop. Just dump it all in. Just dumping it all in. $20 baggies really should not be the stack limit on empty baggies especially. But here we are. This is the world we live in. Or, well, have to deal with, in this case. Get in the bag. Boom. Bup, 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 bup. Okay. I have no debt because I always prepay my money. I believe in prepay. Pay. Prepay. Into hundreds of stacks. Ooh, pretty penny. See? That's exactly the rationale. Can't have debt to the seed provider if you always have money firm ready at hand. I need to get more soil. Benji is going to have a good stash of product to deal around. If I do say so myself. It's going to be a pretty pile. Gonna stagger it like that right here. Gotta get more soils. Who is my favorite guy? Collect that money. We'll have a money laundering laundromat in no time. I appreciate Dan, but the fact that he doesn't have an ATM inside just kind of disappoints me. Okay, I am well ahead right now. That's okay. And the highway above and the city street below. Kind of scary. But anyway. I'm making wise business decisions right now. Before I, like, go balls to the walls crazy. But anyway. Except for the cleanup part. I'm just not doing that very well because it's not going to mean very much at the end of the day. I need to get more product, or seed product. See, I thought I wasn't going to need to get baggies for quite a while. But I'm going to have to stock up on baggies here in a second. Can I just... No. They need to have a way to get the RV back, honestly. But anyway. Be really nice to be able to buy another RV, but no. The Dinkler, the Viper, Bruiser, Fox, Hound Dog, Cheetah, and the Hot Box. I'd like to make a purchase of... Oh, I got 964. I'm not quite sure, but it's there. Thought I had less than that, but anyway. Maybe... who knows? Display cabinet. Pre-owned toilet. Big metal locker. Do I want to... Yeah, purchase. Darn it. I'm trying to grow product, okay, guys? $8 dues. $11 dues. Totally useless, except I'm tripping all over it and it's getting annoying. Do 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 do. I don't have any more seed. What time is it now? Two hours won't be soon enough, but I can get a jump on it in the morning then. Watching the stuff grow. I do have bags of soil, so that does make a difference. Hopefully Albert can make it nice and close for me. Wasn't me. I didn't do the violence. Drop is ready? No way. It's not even curfew yet. Bro, who disconnected then reconnected my Steam? I didn't do the violence. It was already rolling when the curfew started. I didn't do the violence. Okay, I'm gonna switch that around because I am a totally upstanding citizen that cleans up after everybody else in gardens. That's what's going on here. Nothing sketchy. Behind the auto shop. Glorious. Oh. How did I miss Odyssey, chat? This is, I don't know. I don't make the game. I just do sketchy things and play it. That's all. It clearly, yes, the dev doesn't like do drugs, I guess. It looks really similar, so yeah, I haven't counted leads. I haven't paid attention to that too much, honestly. I could pay a little bit more attention to it, but I didn't. All I know is mix in soda in different things and have funny effects happen. Haha. Yeah. Where's my map? I need... Oh. It's all the way over here. Ah! It escaped the window. We can't be having that, my friend. Nope, don't want to strip search me? Got it. Fine by me. Good pair of snips, not gonna lie. Snip, snip. The really nice ones are the auto snips that, like, do all the cutting themselves. You just hold the mouse button down and, like, go. But yeah. Yay! OG Kush. Ooh, that's more valuable. This game has the best mechanic when it comes to picking up trash. While I wait for my product to grow, I can go around picking up random bits of trash. Okay, okay. I am intrigued. It's very interesting to meet women online. Well, those ones aren't the ones I'm going for anyway. Nope. Can't open that one up. There's my trash compactor. Oop. Heh. Oh, wait. What did you say that made her delete everything? Oh? She deleted everything after talking to you, though. There's a bit of me, part of me, that's very suspect of like behavior like that. It's like, hmm. Ah, yeah. Interesting. Is this where I say, look out, she might be a Fed now? I mean, yeah. When they find out you're a femoid on the internet, you get, like, all the crazies coming out of the woodwork. It's really bad. Like, some people can't control themselves and be normal. Ugh, 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 ugh. Ape men, bug. Ugga, ugga, ape, ape, ape. Anyway. Interesting. I don't know, I just found I haven't had the best results with, online dating, but I mean, as I've heard some other people put it, it's all a numbers game, so, gotta wade through the crazy to get to the good, I guess. I can hear Discord going nutsos. Yeah, I guess not enough blades on this one, but anyway. I think they are going for more the low poly aesthetic with it, so that's gonna be the excuse I give as to why the leaves aren't quite accurate. So gonna have to get more stuff tomorrow. Luckily, Benji seems to be all stacked up right now, so that's okay. Interesting. I mean, I've heard of places where people basically met and got married on Discord from certain Discord servers, but yeah. I haven't quite witnessed it per se in person, but yeah. Haven't quite really tried it out myself either, but... No, we don't cure the product, we put it in bags and we sell it straight away. See, I'm not gonna lie, the game does have an aesthetic to it in the music and the soundtrack, but anyway. Okay, I'm gonna add in another order for 4 more seeds. And then I'm gonna have to go get soil and other stuff later on. Gotta catch Benji before he, like, heads out for a deal, hopefully. Ooh. Benji's all full up. Dude, you gotta sell more product. Who do I not have as a customer on here? Yeah, being friendly with your neighbors is kind of part of being a neighbor, I would think. But anyway, I could be wrong. I could be overthinking things, you know. I need the ATM actually real quick. Slop shop. Very interesting. Hey, 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 hey. We're gonna mix it and make it better though with other product like horse semen. Expensive water. Okay. Oh no. Oh. Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, I guess. Again, fictional game. Not meant to be real at all. Total fiction. Not to be replicated in any way of creating drugs, because that's not how it works. 'Tis a game. Oh, I guess I got more product. Gotta get my soil. See, this is just the funny substance equivalent of Minecraft, okay? Or Minecraft equivalent of funny substance game. Oh, I gotta pay Albert his due as well. Off-grid life be like, yeah, independence. No government's breathing down your neck telling you you can't do that. Dig hole in ground. Make shooting range. Interesting. That's crazy. This is the game you've been waiting for me to play the whole time. This is the cozy game that you've been waiting on. See, I know you. See, in the game, the intro or prologue, you basically start out in the middle of nowhere in a very rural area, and then you end up somewhere where the uncle you were living with used to do activities. And yeah. Let me go check. I think I've heard sodium batteries. I think I've heard some things about sodium batteries. Off-road skateboard. The golden skateboard. 1500. Oh, I'm already there. Ah, yes, the slop shop. Okay, see you later, Knight. Interesting. See, I like the idea of having reliable batteries. So one thing with the Starlink Mini that I have now is I've had hit or miss moments where a couple different times now where it basically dies out on a cigarette lighter, but it seems to have been pretty stable on USB-C and then on the standard wall wart that it comes with. But it might be a cable thing issue that could be why it's cutting out, but I don't know. Nonetheless, I'd like to get one of those battery packs that will let me run it without having to have the car on all the time. This is Schedule 1. It's a funny product dealing game. No, come on. Products. So yeah, you've got different funny products that you can wheel and deal. I've definitely looked at setting up solar panels for an office space, and I know my family's looked at solar panels so that we can go get our power completely off grid. Clouds have nothing, don't interfere at all. It works perfectly fine on, like, I've had rainy days, literally, where I have streamed, and I've got Starlink, and it works just fine. So, clouds will have not interfere at all with Starlink. In fact, I put my Starlink on the dash of the car whenever I'm going through, like, canyons where data on my phone is spotty, and it works perfectly. So it's not a matter of, like... Yeah. Like, anywhere I go where I have, like, no phone service, about half to, like, 3/4 of the houses there have Starlink on the roof somewhere. What was I going for? I don't know anymore. I was going to get something. In some cases, Starlink is going to be your better option when you're rural anyway. So, because when my family got Starlink, we had other wireless broadband providers, and they were like way slow. Then we get Starlink, and it's like, hey, like our speeds were like at least triple what the best broadband service gave us were. And like I haven't really had a problem with streaming except like on occasion. Unlike the others, I'd basically have issues with bandwidth and streaming pretty regularly. Yeah, you won't get as much bandwidth as with Xfinity, but the biggest advantage you do get with Starlink are the roaming plans that you can get. And that means that you can like be driving down the road and have internet working just fine just about anywhere you go. The thing with solar panels is you have to have batteries, and that's basically the first thing is to get batteries so that oh the solar panels have something to offload the excess that they generate off to into. So you've got that storage so that you can have it for the night when the sun isn't out. I mean, if I don't remember exactly, but I believe you can get some residual at night from the moon, just due to the fact that the moon is reflecting off solar rays. But I could be totally wrong on that. Don't quote me on that. Bag. Yeah. Cold cathode. Interesting. Okay. See, like I said, don't quote me on that. There's one guy that I passed when going into one of the towns around, and his power's completely off grid. He's got like panels and solar panels and a couple wind turbines, and he seems to do just fine as it is too. Yeah, batteries also work as a backup for when the power grid does go down. So that is something to think about as well. Is I know in my case, it's pretty regularly that the power is gonna go out. It's expected at least once or twice a year, usually during like the transition seasons of spring or fall. And it's sad to say, but that's just the state that like the power company seems to be in, is like they can't keep stable power going for some reason. But yeah. Yeah, that is true. Batteries can help during peak usage and not peak usage. I need these two boys. And then these boys will be ready when I wake up in the morning, more than likely, or very close to it. I mean, in a lot of ways, off-grid can be a dream, yet at the same time, There are people that have done it. LED grow light. Hello. A lot of people have excuses for why they don't do certain things. I mean, sometimes it comes down to changing your lifestyle in such a way that you don't have to depend on certain things, and you would your lifestyle would be drastically better, but also you would use a lot less and produce a lot more. But I mean, nothing's gonna work perfectly, but having something going for you is honestly better than not even trying at all. And yes, the girls. Okay. Yeah, see, that is the thing, is you can always compensate in other ways, like the wood stove for heating and so on. I don't want to have that in game. Okay, so gaming all night, there are ways to make that work. What a lot of people do, what you can do is you figure out your usage and how much power you have to generate in order to keep it going. And then you figure out the power draw that you use like at peak. And then you figure out how much storage you have to keep up with that and a little bit extra, but also like how much power do you have to generate in order to keep the charge up with it as well. How much money do I have? That much. Let's do 40 again. We'll purchase that for now, because that'll get us by for the moment. I think I've still got 2 seeds to go. Yeah. See, a lot of old tech stuff, they had things figured out in a lot of ways. It's not perfect or modern per se, but it was well figured out, and in a lot of ways it is cheap. It can be somewhat more time consuming, but you can make it so that it's less time consuming than it would otherwise be. See, sometimes you have to take the slow ride of, like, getting it figured out, and then you can go all nuts and crazy. Need to get this planted. And in a lot of cases, I've found that hardware doesn't usually take up, like, the full, like, maximum of what it says it needs. So, like, the Starlink Mini, for example, says, oh, you need 100-watt USB-C wall wart in order to make this work. And so... But most of the time it's probably drawing like 25 watts at a time. Optimus robot. Yeah, I've heard a lot of interesting things about the Optimus robot. I almost feel like I'm at a point where I can wait, because Benji's going to be slowly selling product for me. But if I have a backlog of product that I can store up for when I transition places, that'll be even better. Tomorrow is Halloween night. Gonna have to figure that one out. I don't know, might continue doing this tomorrow night. Who knows? We'll find out. Oh, wait, no, wait, maybe. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah, I think that's the big reason why Starlink says, hey, you need to have 100 watt, is because it's looking at the max surge, and then, like, you knock it down from there. But anyway. Yeah. And the car kind of... any car does the same thing. It's why every battery has cranking amps as a rating, just due to the fact that, like, you've got to be able to crank it at a certain maximum to get it going, and then it'll level out just fine after that. And by the way, when I say the power draw the way it is, I'm basing that off of having seen power draw out of a battery pack itself, with it plugged in through USB-C, and also judging that based on the wall. And if I were to compare it to the wall wart draw, you're talking around 30-35 watts that it's drawing normally with the wall wart when it has to convert it to AC back to DC, versus straight DC's drawing like 25 watts. Baby the battery, that's one way to do it. Get the maximum out of your battery and keep it going. The one problem you run into is you've got to have a lead shield at some point just to protect it from EMPs, because there may hit a point where it's useless if an EMP hits, or if you get a nuclear burst at just the right height in the air. We are almost to laundromat level of monies, which is going to be nice. Let's dump in a little more money. Yeah, that's the thing, is like every car has that problem too, though. Okay, there's like this ideal sweet spot range of a nuclear bomb going off that basically produces an EMP effect. So that's what I'm talking about. And it's an air burst that generally does that. If you get a ground burst, you're pretty much like, earthquake, cool. I don't have any more seed product. Hello, dealer. I mean, that would be nice to be able to harvest the bomb materials into the battery, make a reactor, have the Fallout, like, worldscape going on. See, that's the thing, is we need a kill switch for the robots. I've got too much product in storage. I need to fix that. I mean, you're right, but also you're technically right, but in a lot of ways also wrong. I'm not going to detail the ways in which you're wrong, but you're still right. Perfect. Cut that tree down. I have heard that they've had to teach Optimus through showing Optimus how to do certain tasks, how to do things like folding laundry and such. But I mean, again, it could still work out just fine. It's just a matter of being able to teach a robot how to do different tasks that really can hamper you. That's about it. Dude, stay in the game. The horror game? Dodging police with funny product. We already got vacuum robot. Why do we need more robot? We've got lawnmower robot too. The thing that I don't understand sometimes about some people is like they've got the lawnmower robot now and they've got the vacuum robot now, and it's like, do you know that like the company can see what the layout of your lawn is and where everything is at and know all the obstacles in your yard and have a pretty good guess of what it is if they don't have cameras on that iRoomba already? All my tabs are crashing. What the heck? Restore tab. Let's just click restore tab. Yeah, I know. But it creates more telemetry for people to pick up stuff. Splatterhouse? I was just looking. So it's going to be tomorrow's video. But I came across a website that linked to a Splatterhouse, like, fan website that had, like, everything about Splatterhouse in it in one spot. And it looks kind of intriguing, not gonna lie. So again, that's tomorrow's video, but anyway, you didn't hear that from me. It's not about knowing where your garden gnomes are, it's about being able to tell what is going on in your yard. So if a company can figure out, like, hey, they've got garden boxes over here, or B, they are actively growing a garden in their yard, and the garden is approximately right here and here, and then all of a sudden the government decides, hey, we need extra food to feed our people. Who do we know that has a garden? Let's go to these companies and ask them nicely for the data of, like, what yards have gardens in them. And the companies with pretty decent fidelity would be able to tell where the gardens are in the yard. Not that I'm being, like, paranoid or anything, but yeah. And yes, some of us have space for gardens, and really big ones at that, to the point that you can, like, see the plots from Google Earth satellite view, which in and of itself is kind of eh. I don't like that as much either, but here we are. Benji, you need to hurry up on selling this product. I'm, like, trying to make a profit here. Move that product like you got a place to be. There are certain things that I like about having a garden, but the nice thing about a garden is you basically have your own product that you're growing, and you know what's in it. You know what it is, you know what it's been fertilized with, what's been put all over it, and what have you. The hard part with, which is something sometimes people worry about in the grocery store, and what some people at this point have come to find may be an issue with, like, food allergies and whatnot, or intolerances, is the fact that because of the way, particularly in the United States, the way that we treat plants and food, it leads to other repercussions down the road. Gardens also create that independent factor that, like, if you grow too much, you can either hand some off to your neighbors or store it for later. Yeah, glyphosate. The slow gut killer. That's another thing too, is the monocropping culture that we have in US farming basically doesn't let the land revitalize and get more of that nutrient-rich stuff in the ground, or cycle through different nutrients to draw up. Garden, it's, if you play Plants vs. Zombies, or yeah. If you've got the right plants, you can fend off the zombies. Just look at Plants vs. Zombies, honestly. Yeah, I did. So hear me out. In the event of a zombie apocalypse, it would be very likely, because of the way that nature works in general, is the zombies would go after the weaker ones. And weaker ones tend to congregate in a certain area. Okay? Those that are weaker tend to be in city areas. And what that means is the weaker ones of the human race will end up also being more easily packaged and findable by the zombies. So, the cities will be thriving with zombies, while the more rural areas will have a harder time. But as the weaker get culled out, it may also come to a point that, like, because of the way that, like, city people eat, that, particularly in the US, their blood and all may be so full of preservatives and everything else that the zombies may shy away from it and may skip the cities altogether. Which means that, one, people in cities will die one way or another, but they will not be eaten by zombies. They will likely die of starvation because all the farmers will have been taken out by zombies before the city folk were. And the city folk don't know how to garden or farm as well as the farmers do, or rural living people. That is not accounting for the fact that the rural folk will band together and build up fortresses to help one another survive. That doesn't take that into account. That is a whole other factor that, like, yeah, means changes the game quite a bit. Which means that the only viable food source will be the nasty, toxic city folk that are out and about. Bonk. Done. See, and that's the other thing. You just got to be faster than the slower guy. So the athletes will be the ones that'll get out first. They will build nothing, and they will not be happy. They will, if they grow a garden as about as well as Chaz or Chop did a few years ago, they're not going to do very well. Benji! Benji! My man, hello, welcome back. I need to talk to you. See, that's the other thing, is the blame game is very strong with that one. Give me that money. Yeah. Certain factions do have that tendency of backbiting with each other. And yeah, cities where you're packing everyone in like sardines. And so it becomes an issue of being so densely populated, they're going to kill each other more than anything. See, and that's the problem is the EBT funds, like, bro. I know for a fact, too, I've seen otherwise, where military base commissaries will basically, on the first of every month, will have all the retirees clearing out the shelves because it's the first of the month and it's when they get paid. And it makes sense, but at the same time, it's kind of like that culture of going all at once. Yeah. And doing it that way. I'm trying to find this. Where was I going? What if zombies have already taken over? Okay, I need... Yeah, the card has to have deposited. I might just get the storage unit instead. Laundromat, storage unit. The storage unit might be more worthwhile right now. Where's your ATM? I need your ATM. I'd like to purchase a property. Stash and dash. So that is the thing, yes. In a lot of ways, the US does influence the UK quite a bit. So we can still thank Obama. And I know, depending on the country, they were heavily influenced by the US, so therefore, it may be more appropriate than some want to admit. Okay. Now I think we've hit a good transition period. Because I've got all the product hanging out on a shelf. How much was the bungalow? Was that like 8,000? I don't remember. Yeah, get in there. There we go. Could do a trick-or-treating, little boy. That's not all I do, okay? Look. This game has depth. You also lose your RV, but anyway. That's a whole other project after I transition everything to the stash and dash I got. Which could be a problem. I might need to buy a shelf at this rate. So we're gonna pick that up. We're gonna pick that up. We're gonna pick that up. Gonna pick that up. Gonna pick that up and that up. Nickel, yeah, pretty much. I mean, they do have jars that you can package multiple in, But I mean, there's more to it than just weed, honestly. Look, if I go back to the products here, okay, look. And plus, there's a mixer, so I can make all kinds of concoctions, like cool crystal stuff, okay? I can make weed of funny colors and effects and long faces, okay? That make people run fast or turn people black and ginger. Yeesh. I know, it's horrid. Okay. See, you're wrong. Walter, yeah, pretty much. Who wouldn't want to be Walter White? Come on. This is where I can make... And you can gamble. You can gamble in this too. So there is that as well. Oh, wait. I tried to look for a different horror game or what all in my stuff, but like, I'm like, I got nothing. I didn't even need that much. What the heck? See, that's what I think. No cancer, no thank you. Let me go pay Albert a little bit of money. See, I've got 8 slots, and there are how many on the shelf? 6, maybe? And the horror is going to be dodging the police while I'm, like, loaded up with weed. How loaded that is. No, officer, I've only got a baggie. No, officer, it's all penny sleeves, okay? I swear. My fans are going nuts right now. Product storage. I'm getting there. I'm getting pretty close to there. That shelf is pretty full. You decided not to inspect me. I've made myself that unwarranting of an inspection. You know what? This is... Wait. Do I have everything? Cool. Turn off the light. We're responsible around here, okay? Sheesh. Hey, where's the supermarket? Map. Right there. Oh no, the horror! What was that explosion? They've exploded my mobile home. How dare they? Welcome to Highland Point. This is our territory. Don't interfere. Tuberculosis. Sure. Well, that's not ideal. Powerful cartel in town, the Benzies family. I figured they'd eventually be a problem, but I didn't think they'd find you this quickly. It looks like you're gonna need somewhere to somewhere low-key to stay for a while. Head over to the motel and ask about getting a room. After that, you'll be needing some new equipment. There's a hardware store just northeast of the motel. Grab a grow tent, soil, and watering can. I'm growing tomatoes in my grow tent, I swear. Time to check out the motel. Hello, Benji. How's it going? One grow tent, one soil, one watering can. Gonna put it right next to the bed. It's my little buddy.
Okay.
Ooh, very nice. That sounds very good for a dog. Not gonna lie. Benji's out dealing. What is this? You're missing one ingredient. Sounds like what the cats do as well. They go crazy like, you've got food I want. I need that. Give it to me. And then you don't give it to them, and then you finish it off and like, what is this? Okay. I think I'm gonna take a sleep here. Okay. I think with that, I'm gonna call it there because I've got no, well, I mean, yeah. I've got some other things that I'm doing later on, and so I'm gonna prep for that, see what smells really good. And yeah, after growing weed, go talk about Jesus.